Welcome back, everyone. We all deal with difficulties in life very differently, but sometimes when we hurt, we often think of striking back. Today we're talking with our life coach, Pat Barone, about ways that we might react differently to difficulty, challenges, or tragedy in life, and we all have them at some point. Pat, first of all, thanks for joining us. Great to see you.
Great.
This particular topic for you was inspired by one recent tragedy.
Yes, it was inspired by the story of Brian Stowe, who is a 42-year-old paramedic from Santa Cruz who went down to Los Angeles to root for his Giants when they were playing the Los Angeles Dodgers, and after the game was severely beaten in the parking lot. And it was a true tragedy, but what really inspired me was his cousin, who was a spokesman for the family, and the way that he spoke afterwards. And he said, "We're not going to concentrate on violence. I don't want to talk about tragedy. We just want to focus on Brian, and we think that's a healthier response. And you would not believe the beauty and the kindness that has come out of this situation for us."
I was going to say, I know we've seen stories recently come out of, I mean, the fans just pouring their hearts out and pocketbooks to help this family.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we're not going to look at every case as being this severe, but whether it's, you know, a breakup or a death in the family, or, I mean, we're all faced to loss of a job.
Yes.
How you say there are ways to find helpful and healing responses. So let's look at, first of all, what helps the situation.
You know, I think that there's a different way to approach than that hard anger and frustration that we often feel in a challenge. And if you look at what helps the situation, that's always a good place to start. Instead of what might make it more difficult or kind of freeze it in time with negative energy, look for what helps the situation. I think that's what John was talking about when he said we're just focusing on the healthy response.
Okay, identify what you can offer. What do you mean by that?
You know, you may not be a doctor. You may not be a police investigator that can go out and find the perpetrators, but find what you can do to help, and focus only on that.
So say someone's dealing with a job loss. Where would be a good example of that?
Well, in other words, you can't change anything that happened around the job loss. You can't change any of that. Don't waste any of your energy on that. Find what you can do, just the positive steps, and concentrate only on that.
So work on your resume. Put your energy into that.
The action.
Respond instead of react. What's the difference?
Think of a drug or a medical procedure. You want a response, which moves with the energy of it. A response is positive, a reaction is negative and pulls away.
Okay, embrace reality and open your heart. You want to say most importantly about those two things?
You know, things like this do happen. We can't change them when they do happen. But we can spend a lot and waste a lot of time and energy trying or wishing that it was different. So you really want to embrace reality as quickly as you can. And you want to open your heart to the situation and be conscious with it, because that's where the beauty is. No matter how difficult something is, there's a lot of beauty happening. There's a lot of a very interesting human life happening inside these tragedies if you can be with it.
Okay. Pat, some important reminders there this morning. Thanks so much.